Is that a Buick or old Buick or
Looks like it, doesn't it?
looks like an old Buick,
Yeah, it
or it might
does.
be an Oldsmobile.
Looks like a Buick, it really does.
All right, Irv, let's take a look at some highlights now, and you get us started.
Okay, I'll start. It's been a defensive day around the National Football League, and the Atlanta Falcons and Minnesota Vikings late in the fourth quarter in a head-to-head battle where the score is 14-7 Minnesota. But this is early action in the first quarter, and Fran Tarkenton goes to the air, and Roland Lawrence picks the ball off. We all know, Brent, that defensive backs are the best athletes in the National Football League. He brings the ball back to the 49-yard line, setting up a scoring opportunity for Scott Hunter and his offensive teammates. And Greg McCreary, backup tight end substituting for Jim Mitchell, takes the pass in, and Atlanta led 7-0. But Fran Tarkenton comes right back with the next offensive series by the Vikings. Hits Sammy White, 55-yard touchdown pass. It's all tied 7-7. In the third quarter, the biggest play of the game, Chuck Foreman going 51 yards all the way down to the Atlanta 1-yard line. But don't go away, folks. It takes the Vikings 3 plays before they can finally get it in. And from the 6-yard line, third and goal, Fran Tarkenton goes to Bob Tucker, just recently acquired from the New York Giants. And he brings it in, and Minnesota takes a 14-7 lead, and it's late in the fourth quarter, and the score still holds that at that point.
And Irv Bartkowski now is in quarterbacking the Atlanta Falcons in that game, trying to pull it out. Philadelphia and Washington. The story there, of course, is the fact that Joe Theismann started at quarterback. And early, the Eagles gave him an opportunity to show what he could do as Smith coughed it up on the end around and the Redskins jump on it. Watch now, Theismann wants his tight end, Gene Fugit. It's the combination that will burn the Eagles a couple of times. From the left side, he sends him. Simple post pattern, 6 points. A little bit later, Theismann back with his offense. This time, he'll go to an outside man. Danny Buggs. Down at the 15-yard line. And again, it will be Fugit. This time, from the right side, he runs. Same pattern, different side of the field. Eagles come back. Betterson runs it in for the touchdown. But the Redskins are still in command in that football game. Irv?
The Eagles scored again late in that game, Brent. The score is 23-17. Harold Carmichael pulled in a Ron Jaworski touchdown pass. But with Green Bay and Chicago in the third quarter, Chicago has a 16-0 commanding lead, and Walter Payton is a story. When you have the best running back in football, what do? Give him the ball. He takes the ball down to the 5-yard line, setting up a touchdown run by Johnny Musso, and Chicago took a 6-0 lead. Missed the extra point. Walter Payton, number 34, goes in again, this time from the 6, 13-0, and Chicago right now has a 16-0 lead.
All right, Irv, we've got the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. The Cowboys, the only unbeaten team in the NFC, and unless Detroit can get its act together in the second half, they will stay that way halfway through the season. Herrera's field goal from the 45-yard line made it 6-0 in favor of the Cowboys. Young Mark Washington steps in to intercept this pass by Landry, and watch the return they get. They yell fire on that defensive unit. Irv Cross, you defensive backs, you know how to do it. Now Billy Joe Dupree catches the 15-yard touchdown pass from Staubach, gets into the end zone, and it became 13-0. Detroit made only 2 first downs in the first half. And I think that's more a tribute to that Cowboy defensive unit, because Landry can get you some first downs. There's Hagman with an interception. And from there it was Scott Laidlaw as the Cowboys marched it in. And, of course, at the half, they lead 23-0 as they got down to kick still another field goal. Look at the blocking wall that forms there for the Dallas Cowboys. They know how to do it, and they've got great athletes in that franchise. Now the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints, and it has been a wild, wild game down in the Superdome. Rams always have trouble down there. Hayden yanks back. He wants Harold Jackson, and watch him as he moves to the left. That agility. After the extra point, it was 7-0. Strawn has replaced Muncie, who is in Stram's doghouse. And on a key 4th down, he got it down to the Ram 3-yard line and gave up his jersey in the process. And Galbraith took it from there, went for the touchdown, and New Orleans led it by 3, 10-7. Now from the right side, watch Chuck Chris come on the blitz. And that causes L.A. to kick a field goal that tied it. Now the Saints punting. And Waddy, who has got blazing speed, unfortunately, is going to cough it up. I say unfortunately for the Rams and their fans. Surrounded, and the Saints have got a chance. They set up a field goal. The big play this year is the fake. Defensive end Grooms goes out. He's an eligible receiver. He lined up as a tight end. 17-10. Rams come back. Was this a touchdown or wasn't it? Hayden for the corner. Jackson tightrope walking. Both feet in bounds. Perfect call. Look at how he came right down for that touchdown. Right now, let's go back to Lindsey Nelson and Paul Hornung. Lindsey?